back to my channel. I'm in the GTO because I want to do this video in a little different setting because this is going to be a different type of video. But I want to discuss salvage branded or rebuilt branded title cars. So there's a lot of people with a misconception out there that salvage cars or rebuilt cars are junk. So I just want to shed a little bit of knowledge on rebuilt cars. So whenever you get a car with a rebuilt title, you can go through that car, you can rebuild everything. You can do a frame off restore, you can do every single thing to that car, and they will not remove the branding off the title. It's still going to be a salvage title, it's still going to be a rebuilt title. So that has nothing to do with whether the car is a junk or not. The salvage brand or the rebuilt brand only affects the retail value or the resale value of the actual car, meaning that when you go to sell that car, you're probably going to have to sell that car a little bit less because it doesn't have a clean or a clear title. It has a rebuilt title. That has nothing to do with whether the car is any good or not. So a lot of people stay away from stuff that say salvage title or rebuilt title. And just like I said, that is a misconception. Another thing that people think about salvage cars is that you can get them really, really cheap at insurance auctions. That is true when it comes to some cars. So if the car is valuable, if the car is popular, I should say, then the car is going to still demand a pretty good penny at insurance auctions or if it has a salvage title. So in this video, I was looking at some salvage GTOs. So just to give you a kind of understanding of what these GTOs go for, I'm going to put some pictures in here of a GTO that I was looking at. Now, I was planning to spend about $3,500 to $4,500 on this salvage GTO. Because for one, it had a manual transmission, and I've been thinking about swapping my car to a manual transmission since I'm having issues with the 4L60s that I have in here. So I figured with this particular car, it has the full manual transmission, everything I need. And as a bonus, if you see, this car has a Madman hood on it. Had a quick phone call, but let me get back to it. So that car had a Madman hood. Those hoods are very expensive. So I figure with this particular car, if I spend $4,500 on it and I have all the stuff to do a manual swap in my car, plus the Madman hood, that would be a pretty good deal. Plus I'm getting another engine out of it. Not saying the engine is really good, but you know, I'm still getting another engine out of it. So I figured $4,500 should be, you know, top of the line of what I'm willing to pay. So I'm going to insert some pictures of this particular GTO. And just to let you see how this GTO looks. As you see, it's tore up. It's wrecked right there on the passenger side and in the front. The hood seems to be good. And the interior is completely trashed for some reason. I don't know why that's trashed like that. But the car, as you can tell, has been wrecked, but it's still salvageable, as in parts that I can get off of it. So when I got to the pictures and I looked up under the hood, I noticed this car has a supercharger. So that would have been the icing on the cake for me because I would need every single thing on this car. So I figure at $4,500, that would be a steal. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a video in of the actual auction of when I bid it on this car and what this car actually went for. And what I'll do is I'll come back to the video after this and we'll talk about what the car went for, and I'll shed a little bit more light on the auction process after that. All right, so here's the auction video. Okay, so you see that particular GTO went for over $7,500. So over $7,500 for that particular GTO, and the average GTOs on there that are rolled or completely totaled usually go for five to 6,000. So those cars aren't cheap. Now, just like I said before in the beginning of the video, the GTOs are kind of sought after. A lot of people want them. The numbers are going down. So even with a car that has a salvage title, if they're not making that car anymore and the number of cars out there are only going down, then salvage title cars or rebuilt cars will maintain some kind of value. They're not going to be worthless, is what I'm saying. So it's still good to have a GTO that has a salvage title or a rebuilt title if you really want a GTO and you're not looking for it as far as for resale value. So, but even for resale value, if you hold on to it long enough and all of the clean title cars are, just ridiculous with what they want for the price of them, then your salvage car still would demand a pretty good price. So I just wanted to put that out there because a lot of people think that salvage cars are junk, and you can get them really cheap from auctions. So I just want to let you know and put this clip in there from the auction that GTOs does not go cheap, even if you get them at an auction. And that also goes for G8s, CTSVs, Camaros, all those cars at the auctions are still pricey because it's still cars that the consumer wants. And regardless of the condition of the car, if the consumer wants it and there's a lot of people out there demanding those cars, then they're still going to get, or they're still going to fetch a pretty decent price at the auctions. So, all right, I just wanted to put that out there, just like I said. Thanks for watching. Click on that subscribe button if you haven't. I've got some GTO content coming up very soon. You see I'm sitting in it right now. I'm trying to fix some of the issues that I had with it. So I'm going to do that really soon, and that should be coming to you shortly. So thanks for watching. Click that subscribe button if you haven't. Click on that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.